how a piece of pottery is made. Before the Spanish conquest, pottery in Gran Canaria and elsewhere in the islands was entirely handmade without the aid of a potter's wheel. It was fired on outdoor kilns. The main feature of the pottery in Gran Canaria are the range of shapes and appendages we find, and above all, the variety of decorative geometric designs painted onto the pieces. The process begins by taking clay and sand and kneading these together with water. The sand prevents the clay from cracking as it dries. The base is formed by flattening the clay using the fist. Then strips of clay are added, one on top of the other, to raise up the side walls. Any surface irregularities are smoothed away with the aid of a polishing stone. More strips are added up to the desired height, whilst surplus clay and irregularities are removed with a piece of wood or bone. The neck is then made, which is evened out both on the inside and the outside, and finished off with the fingers. Before adding a handle or other feature, the place where it will be attached is first roughened. The clay handle is then lightly pressed onto the piece to attach it. The surface is smoothed with the fingers and a fastening hole is made. The outside of the piece is scraped with a piece of wood or bone to remove surplus clay. The next step is to smooth the outer surface with a polisher to give it a good finish. To decorate the pottery, red ochre may be applied by hand or designs painted on by brush. Ochre is applied to the inside edge by hand. Once the ochre is dry, the piece is rubbed with a stone or polisher, and this process is repeated again later. Besides giving the pottery its characteristic shine, the polishing process helps to waterproof the piece. The finished piece is left until it is completely dry to prevent it shattering during firing. Once completely dry, the piece is baked on an outdoor bonfire and is ready for use. How a hand mill works. The ancient inhabitants milled wheat and barley grains and other vegetable stuffs to make flour. The mills were made of porous stones, similar to those we see here. Grains were put into the top hole. One stone was turned on top of the other, and the ground grains came out of the sides. This process was repeated until the desired texture was achieved. Flour could then be consumed in a variety of ways. What a bodkin is used for. These instruments were fashioned from bones, generally from goats. After being sharpened with stones, they were used for a variety of tasks. In these pictures, we can see how one is made. We can also see how it was used to perforate a skin. How a stone is sculpted and its use. Lacking metals, basalt stones were the raw material used to make various tools. Stones were shaped by being struck by other harder stones called percutors. Sharp cutting edges and a variety of shapes suitable for specific tasks were made in this way. The instruments obtained could be used for sharpening or smoothing sticks, cutting or sharpening bones, and cutting skins and meat. As these pictures show, these stone blades could cut paper just like metal blades.